Hey guys, got another axe video for you guys today. Just a tiny little axe I got from my neighbor. I'm gonna do nothing fancy. Just gonna clean up the handle, get rid of the rust on the axe head, maybe polish it up a little bit, give it a nice edge. In my last video I did everything by hand, but this time I got myself an orbital sander just to really save time and a little bit of effort. It's definitely doable by hand. Those things aren't very expensive, especially if you go on like Facebook Marketplace or something. You can get it for fairly cheap. If you're feeling spicy, you can even get a cordless one. But definitely doable by hand. Originally, I was going to take the axe head off and throw it in some vinegar, but since the warm weather hit, it actually doesn't come off anymore. It used to be pretty loose, so I'm going to leave it like that. But yeah, nothing too fancy. I'm just gonna get started with sanding. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, I'm just gonna start with some 40 grit here. See if I can get all the rust and paint off. Okay, this is the first round of sanding. It's not too bad. The bottom I'm not too worried about here because I'm gonna have it covered with paracord. And at the top I'm gonna have to work away with probably some sandpaper, maybe a file for these edges here. Alright, 120. Here's 120. 220. All right, 320 grit. Okay, so this is what we have after the 320 grit. Not sure how well you can see that. I'm gonna do a 400 grit, but I'm gonna do it with I'm gonna do it by hand because I don't really have full control with that palm sander, and I want to do a little bit of wet sanding too. See if I can make it a really smooth finish with minimal streaking. 400 grit sandpaper and a little bit of WD-40. Then I'm just gonna sand away. Okay, I'm done with the axe head. Actually, not entirely. I'm going to do the edge, but I'm going to do that last so I don't cut myself while I'm doing the rest of it. I'm just going to sand the handle by hand. I don't really have control with the palm sander, and to be honest, I kind of enjoy sanding, so I'm just going to sand it away by hand until it gets nice and smooth. Okay, I'm going to start with 60 grit. It's really coarse stuff just to get the old finish off and whatever paint's left over. And then I'm going to move on to more fine finish. Not too concerned with this area here. I'm going to have paracord on it anyway. Okay, 100 grit's done. It's not crazy smooth, but it is smoother. I'm going to start with 220 now. With the 220 done, that's really getting smooth now. Now I'm going to move on to the 400, and that'll be the final sanding. Alright, 400's done. That is silky smooth. I'm gonna finish it off with some linseed oil, but I think I'm gonna do the edge first because I don't want to have to touch the oily handle. Okay, so originally I wanted to put a wedge in here because in the winter this thing comes off, but the wedge would not go in. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till the winter when this thing shrinks a bit, and then I'll see if I can stick the wedge in, because right now it's pretty sturdy, it won't come out. So that'll be another video when the weather gets colder again. This is a good way to find where your edge should be. So you put a towel down and you rest the file on the highest part of the axe head, and then you go back and forth. Then you got yourself a little outline of where to make the edge. Alright, the sharpening's done. It's pretty sharp. I was just using this file here to make the edge. I wasn't using any fancy method. I know there are tons online that can get you a really sharp edge if you have a vise and grips and you do it at the right angle. I was just kind of freehanding it. I took my time. It did take a while, but I got a sharp edge. So you don't need anything fancy, you just need a file and some time. And if you have the proper equipment, you can do any method you want, really. But all I needed was a file, and I think it came out pretty well. Okay, one of the final and essential steps for good axe health is linseed oil. Just gonna put a little bit on the rag. Yeah, the linseed oil really brings out the grain. Especially on this first coat, you're gonna want to put a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit probably for 12 hours, and I'll probably do 2 or 3 more coats, and then I'm gonna start with the paracord. Okay, what I'm gonna do next is put some paracord on the handle here. There are a few reasons why I like to do it. 1, it hides damage from overswing. 2, it protects the axe from overswing. 3, it's nice to have some paracord on you at all times when you have your axe. And 4, it looks nice. So decided to go with a brown green color. I got this off Amazon. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap the top here. Alright guys, there we have it. Could be a little tighter, but the curve of the handle makes it really difficult, but this should do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to be making another sheath for this. I want to go with a different style than I did last time, and maybe some better material too. In my future videos, I want to try to get my hands on a grinder and see if I can maybe reshape this axe head. I also have another little tiny axe that I want to do similar style. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't be afraid to hit the like button. Check out my channel, see if you're interested in any of the other videos I have posted, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.